Oh, yeah. I need to talk to you. You in the right place, my brother. Now, you know that you need to be attractive. You know how to be attractive. You have all the information. You know that you need to look good. You know you need to smell good. You know it's not really about your looks, money, status, but how you present yourself. You know this. You know what women are attracted to. You know that you need to escalate. You know that they're not going to do it. You even looked it up on Chat GPT. You've seen all the videos. You know all the moves. In your mind, you know. You know how to position yourself, how to have frame. You got a lot of game. You done watched all the videos, my videos, the red pill videos, this video, that video. You done watched them, you consumed them, you done bought courses, you took notes, you agree, you debate online. Yeah, my comments telling other people about how to be attractive and what it takes to be attractive. You're on Instagram debating it. So the question is, why you still ain't getting laid? That's what I want to know. How come you, despite everything you know, still ain't getting laid? Huh? Why you not still getting laid, my brother? What's going on? I got you. I'm going to tell you what's going on. Now, I'm not trying to challenge you. I'm just trying to game you up, right? So here's what's actually happening to you. It's called the consumption loop. When you watch someone do something, your brain partially simulates doing it yourself. So if you watching Instagram and you watch those approach videos where these guys are cold approaching, the same pathways are firing in your brain as if you were doing it, right? Your brain thinks your brain thinks that it has approached a woman, right? That's why it feels familiar. Even though you don't even do it, it feels very familiar. But what happens is this the trick. Your mind playing tricks on you. Your brain releases dopamine when it senses progress toward a goal. The problem is dopamine don't verify if the progress is real. So you watch a video and you think, this is exactly what I need to do. Dopamine drops, you feel ready, you feel motivated, the feeling is real, but the progress is not. The thing is, that dopamine hit is only temporary. The real problem isn't solved, so the discomfort comes back. You're in a loop. The discomfort comes back. You feel like I need to get out. The loneliness come out, the pain come back, the shame of feeling like I'm not being a man because I'm scared to approach. All of that stuff come back, and your brain already know where to get another hit, another video, right? Going out and doing it is too risky. You fear rejection. You too uncomfortable. Watching this shit on online or listening to the videos or listening to me talk about game still gets you the reward. Your brain will always choose the reward with the least risk. It's called the consumption loop. You watch a video, you feel motivated, you feel inspired, you pumped up, you feel like you making progress. But this is the trap, my brother. It's the trap. Your damn brain cannot tell the difference between learning something and actually doing it. Consuming the thing, watching the video, feeding your brain, watching it triggers the same reward as taking the action. You understand? So you keep watching these videos. You keep watching me. I'm getting views. Everybody else getting views. The dating industry got a bunch of motion. It's just a bunch of guys watching videos because it feels like it's working. It feels like you're working, but you're not working. You sedating yourself. And the cold part about it is YouTube knows this. The content creators know this. The creators on Instagram know this. A man who feel like he's improving keeps buying the courses. You're not a student of the game, my brother. You're addicted to consuming it. You're not out here playing the game. You ain't the hustler, you the customer. You just keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back. It's the consumption loop. And like I said, the cold part about it is nobody in this space is gonna tell you this, but silly old me. I'm even getting away with my own views, but I ain't here for views. I'm here to help you because everybody making money off these views. Everybody making money off you staying in this consumption loop. Watch a video, feel motivated, feel inspired, feel like you did something, back to feeling lonely, back to feeling pain, back to feeling shame after you whack off and ejaculating your socks. And now you got that walk of shame to the bathroom to throw your sock away. Now you got to keep buying socks on Amazon. What y'all use? Y'all use socks or towels? Y'all let me know down in the comments. But it's two types of problems that we're dealing with, right? When it comes to why you guys are stuck. And you know it all, but you're stuck. It's two problems that you're dealing with. We're dealing with an information problem and we deal with a wiring problem. That's what we're dealing with, right? The information problem is you don't know what to do. Now, I have a lot of guys, there's a lot of guys that's genuinely watching this that don't know what to do. And if you don't know what to do, there's nothing wrong with you. So, and I hate to see that in my comments, just a sidebar rant. Y'all know I go on my rants. I hate to see in my comments people shaming other people like, oh, you should already know this. Shut up. You didn't know it. But that's the information problem. So if you dare just understand and admit that you don't know, because I didn't know. I didn't know how to make YouTube videos. I didn't know how to run social media. There was a point in time I didn't know how to close a deal either, right? So that's the information problem. Then we have a wiring problem. You know exactly what to do and you still can't do it. Like I say, we got a lot of guys who have an information problem, but we got a lot of guys who actually have a wiring problem. Your brain is wired wrong. No video fixes wiring. Repetition fixes wiring. I'm going to say that again. Watching me does not fix the wiring problem. Repetition, doing, getting in the game fixes the wiring problem. Feedback fixes the wiring problem. Real situations with real women fix the wiring problem. I keep telling myself I'm gonna take a speech class because I have a problem pronouncing R words back to back, but I'm gonna do it eventually, right? Every coach you bought was solving the wrong problem, right? That's why in my courses and when you come to me, even in my group coaching and my one-on-one coaching, I push you to act. Fuck all that overthinking and all that, and go do it. Fuck that, because that's the only thing that's gonna get you to where you need to be. That's the only thing that's gonna fix the problem. Is acting, repetition, feedback, real situations, not another video. It ain't gonna fix the problem. That's why you still here. And this ain't no theory. Shout out to my real game, no theory guys. This is not theory. I sit across from these dudes. I've been doing it for the last 8 years, day in and day out. I dedicated my life to it. You understand? Day in, day out. I sit across from these dudes. I talk to these dudes in my community that I'm there every week coaching, my one-on-one coaching that I do every single day, texting, calls, Zooms. I'm here in the field. This is not theory. These dudes can break down attraction like a professor. College level professor. They could break down the attraction. They could break down the game. They could tell you female nature, how to move. They know how to vet. They could argue back and forth and debate you theory all day, but they ain't been on a motherfucking date in 2 years. These dudes know exactly why they freeze up when it's time to escalate. They still freeze every single time. Men who sit in my workshops, watch live texting workshops. I got a couple dudes and I have to check them, laughing at other people's mistakes. And I check them. You a nigga, who is you to laugh? You won't get no ass either. You understand? A lot of my students like that. And once I fixed this loop for them, it clicked. But yeah, dudes who laugh at other dudes. Some of y'all in the comments make fun of other dudes. I've called this out on live streams. If I do a text thread of somebody else and I'm joking, y'all laughing like it ain't you. They took courses, they saw small results, they felt the shift, but they still couldn't execute when it mattered. These dudes not dumb. You not dumb. They informed, but they stuck. You understand? Never knowing was not the problem. Now again, there are some guys who don't know, but that's a different story. If knowing was enough, if all you had to do was know, you wouldn't be watching me. You'd already had your goals. You'd be sitting up somewhere getting your meat sucked. I'm trying not to be vulgar because we're doing YouTube, but you'll be sitting somewhere getting your meat sucked. So why don't this just eventually click, right? What's in your way? Why this not just clicking? You're watching the videos, consumed it for hours, and it just ain't clicking, and it ain't clicking naturally. It's 3 reasons. I'm going to break it down to you real quick. Nobody is coaching or watching you. And this is for my guys who are not self-starters. And if you're not a self-starter, that's okay. That's fine. Everybody not a self-starter. You can read every book. You can watch every video about swimming, right? But if nobody's coaching your form, if nobody's helping you develop your form, you're going to keep drowning with confidence. That separates the guys like Kobe from the average NBA player. These guys had specialized coaches perfecting their form. You understand what I'm saying? Reps without feedback don't build skill. They just reinforce the bad habits that you have. That's why if you're not a self-starter and you know that, it may be time to get you some help with everything you know that could teach you how to hone them skills, apply them to who you are, and close that gap. But anyway, reason number 2, you practicing in your imagination. Everything that you know lives in your head. And inside of your head, inside of your brain, that big old head you got, that's a controlled environment. When you operating in a controlled, made up environment to suit your emotions and suit your insecurities, you're going to come out on top every time. It ain't a real environment. When a real woman get in front of you, all that knowledge, all that game, that shit go right out the window. It disappears. That's not a knowledge gap. Like I said earlier, you don't lack knowledge. You lack calibration. You're not calibrated. Calibration only comes from real reps, getting in the field, doing the shit, on dates, real situations with real feedback. You understand what I'm saying? Reason number 3, why it ain't clicking naturally. The loop feels like progress, and it's the darkest hole, right? It's the darkest one. This is what keep you stuck, because watching it again releases just enough dopamine to keep you comfortable, to keep you feeling like you're a top player and alpha male. That's why you see these niggas, these nerds online, confidently call somebody a beta male, and they ain't had no ass in 10 years. They get online and confidently argue you down. They not even qualified. They in my comments, they in everybody's comments. Especially on Instagram and Facebook. I'm talking about real fucking weenies. Not even qualified. Ain't got no ass, can't get no ass. Telling me, arguing with me, calling somebody else a simp. Somebody do call me a simp the other day. Like, nigga, what? Like, what? Man, if you don't get your no, you're not even qualified to even talk to me. But it just that dopamine to keep you comfortable, and it keep you thinking that you just top dog because you living in your head. You won't never reach that breaking point that forces real change. You ain't jumped out the plane yet because the dopamine keeping you safe. You're not making progress at all. You ain't got no motion. You just managing the discomfort of not having motion. And as long as it feels manageable, as long as you can feel like the top dog, as long as you can feel like the man every day by getting online, watching videos, getting in the comments, and you can feel like, and you the man in your head, nothing ain't gonna ever change for you, my boy. But the thing is, it's gonna always be that time of the day, that walk of shame, back to the bathroom to clean yourself off. That walk of shame, or when you just paid for some nasty cat and she done fucked 15 dudes that day. Or you sitting back lonely, you watching the Instagram reels of the guys cold approaching and you're feeling good in your head. Then you see a video of somebody with a good family. You see Russell Wilson and his beautiful family. You call him a simp so you can make yourself feel better. Or you see another video of a happy couple and you say, oh, she probably cheating on him to make yourself feel better. That's what the dopamine doing to you. That's why the loop won't break. You understand? I already know y'all gonna be asking me, so King Dre, what actually breaks this loop? The people and the men, and from my experience, and I've been doing this, I'm talking about hundreds, if not thousands of guys, hundreds personally, thousands in the community and through courses and all that stuff, right? The one thing I see from the guys who can break this loop from the weenies and the big dogs, right? This is what separates the weenies and the big dogs, the men from the mice, the pit bulls from the poodles. They either jump or force themselves into action, and these are the self-starters that I was talking about. And if you're not a self-starter, that's okay. Or they stopped trying to figure it out alone. They got outside of their ego and went and got them some help. I was doing this YouTube thing, and I don't want to rant too long. I was doing this YouTube thing for months and months and months and months, probably a year, wasn't getting no motion. I had $600 to my name, and I saw this course on, I forgot where I even saw the course at, but it was this lady named, shout out to Sunny Lenarduzzi. I bought her YouTube for Bosses program. This was in 2019. And, you know, because I've always been like, I don't need nobody to help me, whoop, whoop, whoop. And, you know, courses are a scam and all this. But I put my ego to the side and I took a leap of faith and I bought it. And that spiraled me into doing my videos right. She don't talk about Instagram and social media, but that prompted me to do Instagram and all of this sort of stuff. And I came up and look at me now, 1 million+ followers. Hundreds, if not 1 billion views. I've made a lot of money. I've made my $600 back 10,000 times already. I had to get out of my own way and realize I wasn't going to figure this game out alone. This YouTube game, this content game out alone, right? And it ain't because you weak. People think that if you're not a self-starter, you're weak. I got a son that's a self-starter, and I got a son that's not a self-starter. I just have to teach him and rear him in the right direction and teach him how to be. You understand? But naturally, he's just not. But I got one son to jump out of airplane. You feel me? But that's what separates the men who break this cycle and the men who don't break this cycle. They either jump or force themselves out, or they get help. And I want you to keep it real with yourself. Audit yourself. If you're a self-starter and you watch this video, go take action and apply the shit. If you're not a self-starter, if you're not, then I want you to pay attention, because this diagnosing yourself has a ceiling, my guy. You're gonna plateau every time. You can't see your own blind spots. You don't got it figured out like you think you do. That's what make them blind spots. You think you can see them, but you can't. You can't course correct it. And I don't want to sit here and say like you doomed. That's where you get this black pill stuff like, oh, you're doomed. No, you just didn't get help. You're too egotistical and prideful to get help, or you're scared to invest in yourself, or you don't believe in yourself, whatever the case may be. You can't course correct what you can't observe, what you don't know. You can't build momentum without accountability. You can't build momentum without a coach. And again, this is for my guys who are not self-starters. One of my guys, and I put the case study in there, because when my guys graduate the coaching program with success, by the way, I always record like their testimonials. I maybe put this up somewhere, but one of my guys, and shout out to him, he told me, man, and this is real shit, if I had someone correcting me in real time the last 15 years, would have looked way different. And I believe him. If I had what I had now, the knowledge in it, I would have been top dog on this YouTube space and social media in 2019. I didn't have that, so it took me a lot of bumping my head, and then I figured out, okay, you got to pay mentors, and you got to not skip the process, but speed up the process, because you can't skip the process. A mentor just help you speed up the process. And not just that, I had a lot of guys tell me that, man, like, if I had you 15 years ago, my life would be completely different. I'd be making more money. I wouldn't be, whatever the case may be. And that's real shit. So don't be afraid to get help if you need help. If you're a self-starter, I want you to do yourself a favor. Do me a favor, because I get joy out of helping you. I want you to go. You got the information. You got the knowledge. You got the game. Just jump. Just go. If you have an information problem, go to my description. Go to the description right now, or the link in the bio. There's things that can help you. I have plenty of information that can help you. That's not on YouTube, by the way. That's real good, valuable information. It's in the description. The Complete Attraction Mastery, 5 mistakes that men make in dating that destroy attraction. Your information, if you got an information problem, I got you. If you stuck in this loop, you know what to do. Or even if you don't know what to do, whatever. But if you stuck in this loop, watching, knowing, and you're not moving, it's not because you're not smart. It's not because you're not ready. It's not because you're not too short or too confident or not confident or you broke. It ain't none of that shit. You're not cooked. Stop letting these dudes fill you up with insecurity so you can keep coming back and watching them to feel better about yourself. You just been using the wrong tool to solve the right problem. More videos ain't gonna fix it. Videos don't fix your problem. What will fix your problem is right here. The link is in the description. Hop on a call with my team. Work with me. In 8 weeks, I get you exactly to where we need to be. We knock that overthinking right out your head. Give you a game plan customized to your own personality, so you can be out here putting it down with authenticity. I can teach you how to close them gaps. I can teach you how to jump without fear, how to express yourself, what to text, when to text, why to text it, what to say, when, where to go on a date, where not to go on a date, how to escalate, or what to do, when to escalate, the whole 9. I can get you there, and I can get you there in 8 weeks. Now I've been doing this for 8 years, and it ain't no smut on my name. You're not gonna look nowhere and say King Dre exposed, King Dre scammed me. I'm talking about business. I'm not just up here with a microphone. I run a business that take care of my children, and you ain't gonna find it nowhere. So the link is in the description, man. Apply, hop on a free call with my team, and let's get to work, man. Like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you can get this good player-ish fresh off the press. Hype the video so we can get this thing spreaded, because we know what we want to do. My motto is spread game, not negativity. This your gracious, gracious, gracious game advisor. Yours truly, King Dre. I'm out.